Welcome to this Monday morning power pose session. We are going to do 2 minutes of power posing, and I'll talk a little bit more about what power posing is. But this is part of our June program where we are focused on building resilience, reducing stress, reducing burnout. So all of this goes into play when we're doing these power poses. Um, so first, before we get started, I want you to think about two images. First, picture someone with their head down, their arms crossed, maybe they're hunched over. And what does that posture say to you? I think we can all agree it probably means that they might come across a little bit withdrawn or closed off. And now imagine the opposite. Somebody standing tall, their feet grounded, maybe their arms out wide or their hands on their hips, their chest open. And that signifies confidence. It signifies presence. And so you can see just that simple way of how we hold our bodies can show others, invite others in, or maybe perhaps close us off to other people. So, and I invite you to also think about times when you have felt more closed off or withdrawn versus times when you felt more confident and open, and noticing your body language in those times. You're almost naturally more confident when you're standing in a confident position. And that's what power poses are all about. That basically it's you can almost fake it till you make it with power poses, where standing in that position then brings the feelings. Instead of feeling that feeling of confidence and standing in that position, we can invite that feeling of confidence in with power poses. So let's just talk a little bit more about what power poses are. Power poses are often open, expansive. There are some actual power poses, but what I want you to really just keep in mind is that it's just being open and expansive, not closed off, hunched over, as we can just imagine those two opposites. So Amy Cuddy is the researcher who has done tons of research on power poses, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about what she's found. But she says about power poses, power posing isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about reminding yourself of who you are at your best. So again, we can invite those feelings in with power poses. And Amy Cuddy has a few TED Talks, one very popular TED Talk, but a few other ones. And so I recommend going out. I will send everybody that signed up also a link to the video, but just Google Amy Cuddy and you'll find tons of information. And she's got some really, really great TED Talks on there. So what she found was that doing just 2 minutes of power poses a day can boost confidence, reduce stress, and enhance your overall workplace performance. But scientifically speaking, what happens is when you're doing a power pose for 2 minutes, they saw in scientific studies a decrease in an increase in testosterone, which is like a confidence hormone, and a decrease in cortisol, which is our stress hormone. So we have that increase, flood of confidence, and then that decrease of that fight or flight stress response. So another wonderful quote by Amy Cuddy about power poses, she says, "When we feel powerful, we expand. When we take up more space. When we feel powerless, we shrink." So remembering that your body language is crucial to how you feel in a day. So even right now, before we get into doing power poses, I want you to just check in with how you're sitting. Maybe you're standing up right now, but notice how you're sitting or standing and perhaps adjust accordingly. Okay, so we are going to do some power poses. These ideally will be done standing. I'm standing, but you do not have to stand. I also recognize that some of you might be in an office with a lot of other people. So maybe you'll just watch and take these in and then do them at another time. Or maybe you'll inspire your coworkers around you to do these power poses. So one or the other. We're going to do 4 different power poses and we'll hold each for 30 seconds, which adds up to 2 minutes. And that 2 minutes is what has been shown to help with those hormones, that sweet spot that research has found. Again, these power poses are here for you to make your own. So some of them we're going to be standing and we're going to have our arms up and we're going to hold it for 30 seconds. That might be really uncomfortable. So you're welcome to reach or just kind of move your arms around, whatever it is. But each pose we're going to hold for 30 seconds so you can adjust your stance. Make sure to always breathe, and you can even bring in breath with your power pose. So as you're opening your chest, you can breathe in, you can bring in affirmations, and then all of these power poses. I don't have music today, but I recommend finding a song, 2 minutes or more, playing that song that makes you feel great, a really good pump up song, and then doing these power poses for 2 minutes. All right, so let's get started. Before we begin, again, let's check in with our bodies. Notice how you're standing. Notice where your shoulders are. I'm noticing mine are a little slouched. Maybe they're tight. Notice how your back. Notice if you're clenching any muscles and let them relax. If you're standing, make sure both feet are flat on the floor as well as sitting. Okay, so let's begin with our first pose. This is called the victory pose. Again, we're going to hold it for 30 seconds. I'll keep an eye on the time. So what we're going to do is raise our arms up in a V shape overhead. So we're going to go like this, like we're winning something, and we're going to hold it for 30 seconds starting now. Okay, so this has been shown. You're not keeping your legs far apart. You're just keeping them shoulder distance. You're just like, yay, I won. And it's been shown that even people that were born blind do this when they win something. And so I want you to just, and you can also, again, move your arms up, smile big, and just feel that feeling of victory. And it could be a small victory, but just feeling good, feeling confident, inviting that confidence in. You can release your arms. Okay, that was 30 seconds, and that is the victory pose. So you can do that perhaps in times when, again, you can invite that confidence in, maybe after a tough moment, like after a time that you might feel very defeated and you're noticing your body doing that slouching, you can invite that victory in. Okay, so let's move to our next pose. We're gonna bring our arms down for a second so you don't have to keep your arms up. Okay, we're gonna do the superhero pose or the Wonder Woman, but since we have men and women on this call, we're gonna do the superhero. So superhero goes like this. You put your feet a little bit more than hips distance apart, but not too far apart. And hands on your hips, chest open. You can lift your chin slightly. Let's begin the 30 seconds now. And here this is a confident stance that you can stand anytime, especially if you're in a position. I know I've been this way where I'm like, where do I put my hands? How am I supposed to stand right now? Stand like this. Stand with your hands on your hips, feeling confident. Maybe right now bring to mind a time that you've been proud or you felt strong. Let that feeling wash over you. Gonna be here just for another few seconds. And this is a great pose to start your day. You can just step outside and do it. Do it before you leave your house in the morning, once you get into the office, whatever it is. It's a great way to start your day. So let's take a deep breath in. Embody that superhero energy and let it go. Okay, so our next move is the starfish. So this is another one. This is one that you're going to get really big. So you're going to Put your legs out pretty wide. You're going to reach your arms up and let's begin that 30 seconds. Again, big smile. You can open your hands really wide. You can even try to really expand your feet, just really gripping. And what it's a beautiful way to just take up space. Oftentimes we are shrinking, making ourselves smaller. And this is a way to say, I am here. I am allowed to take up space. I am proud of who I am. And a great one to do, oh, our 30 seconds is up, so you can come down, but it's a great one to do when you are feeling, again, small, unsure, overwhelmed. You can simply take that big, open, wide stance and even say something powerful to yourself, like, I am powerful, or I've got this. So that is another fun one to do with kids too. And then our final fourth posture is one that you can sit down or you can stand up, either way, and it's called the executive pose. So all you do here is you place your hands behind your head, just get nice and relaxed. It's like a calm confidence, and we'll start the 30 seconds. And here you're just gonna smile. You've got this. You feel confident. You feel confident in the decisions you're making. You feel confident you can get the things done you need to do. If you're sitting back, feel free to put your feet on the desk and just really get into it as an executive pose. We've just got a few more seconds here. All right, you can relax your hands. And that was 2 minutes of power posing. So I want you right now to just notice in your body how you're feeling. Notice if you feel more confident, if you feel more calm and relaxed. And remember that the power poses are not for other people. It could be to invite people in, to show your confidence. But these power poses, the point of them is for yourself to invite that confidence. And just wanted to plug our June program again. You can scan that QR code. It's also on our website, but we've got lots of fun practices. We have an activity card that's through Well Steps that has tons of different small activities. Power poses is on there, something you can do to build resilience every day. So my recommendation for power poses again is to try to build it on another habit you have. Like if you are going on a walk in the morning, maybe finish your walk with a power pose or two. Start your day in the morning while you're brushing your teeth. Stand in that superhero pose or starfish with one arm, maybe. But these are great little tools that you can do to reconnect with your body and bring confidence and resilience into your body. So thanks for joining, everyone. I really appreciate it. I will post this on YouTube so you have it and you can reference it back if you'd like. Have a great day.